Griffin Fly. 275 million years ago, Earth was breathing heavy. Oxygen levels were at an all-time high, 35%, turning the world into a biological hothouse where bugs grew into monsters. Welcome back to Extinct Earth. I'm John. Today, we're investigating Meganeuropsis, the Griffin Fly that ruled the sky long before the first pterosaur ever left the ground. With a wingspan of over 70 centimeters, it was as large as a modern bald eagle. But it wasn't just big. It was a high-speed interceptor, utilizing 4 independently controlled wings to outmaneuver everything in the air. Imagine a dragonfly that could carry off a modern cat. Its legs were armed with inward-facing spines, forming a predatory basket that ensured that once it grabbed you, there was no escaping the sky. Its vision was its greatest asset. With nearly 30,000 individual lenses in each eye, it could track movement in almost 360 degrees simultaneously. It saw the world in slow motion. Scientists are still debating the oxygen gigantism theory. Since insects breathe through tubes in their skin, they are limited by air density. In the Permian, the air was a superfuel, allowing these giants to exist. Today, they would simply suffocate. Its diet was a list of Permian pioneers: primitive amphibians, large land-dwelling insects, and even early reptiles. It was the undisputed apex predator of the air, diving from the canopy like a living missile. They were masters of the aerial ambush. Meganeuropsis didn't just chase, it calculated the intercept point. It would wait in the high canopy, its massive eyes scanning the swamp floor for any sign of movement. The strike is near instant. It drops from the sky at 50 miles per hour. There is no sound, only the sudden, violent impact of 600 pounds of insect muscle slamming into its target. The predatory basket closes. The spines pierce the hide, locking the victim in a cage of chitin. The griffin fly doesn't wait for the kill. It starts feeding before it even leaves the ground. With a burst of power, it carries its meal back to the safety of the heights. In the Permian sky, there was no rival. The dragon has taken its tribute. The hunt is over. Life began in the dark. Meganeuropsis started as an aquatic nymph, a 6-inch underwater assassin that was just as terrifying as the adult. It spent years in the muck, preying on anything smaller than itself. The young were the terrors of the tide pools. Only the most ruthless survived the transition from water to air, climbing out of the mud to shed their skin and reveal the giant wings hidden inside. Their only true rivals were the giant arthropods of the forest floor. These were clashes of pure agility versus ancient venom, a war for dominance in a world where every leg carried a weapon. But their reign was tied to the air itself. As the Permian drew to a close, oxygen levels plummeted. The giants could no longer fuel their massive bodies. The world was literally running out of breath. The Great Dying Extinction wasn't just about volcanoes. For the griffin fly, it was a slow-motion suffocation. As the atmosphere thinned, the giants vanished, leaving only their smallest relatives to survive. Impact rating: terminal. They left a legacy in every dragonfly that zips across a pond today. A smaller, more efficient version of a giant that once ruled the world. A ghost of the Permian, miniaturized for a modern Earth. The first fossils of Meganeuropsis were found in Elmo, Kansas in the 1930s. They proved that nature's experiments with scale weren't limited to dinosaurs. Sometimes the most terrifying giants came on 6 legs. But the most unsettling thought? Engineers are studying their flight mechanics today to build the next generation of drones. We are rebuilding the Griffin Fly, and this time, it won't need oxygen to breathe. Which ancient creature should we bring back next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this flight through the prehistoric sky, hit that like button and subscribe to Extinct Earth. We'll see you in the next era.